Has your boss ever come up to you and for no reason at all handed you $10,000? Not many people can say that this has happened to them. This is an example of what it would be like for adults to be given participation awards in their everyday lives. When we are handed an award for doing mediocre work or just for showing up, it promotes a socialistic attitude and a sense of entitlement to things we haven't worked for. Competition is both good for society to create better and new products and good for our soul to give us a sense of accomplishment. Over the past few years, I have watched our society reward children and adults for merely showing up instead of excelling at a skill. This trend has given rise to a sense of being entitled or being obliged to be provided with something the person hasn't earned. This is a very dangerous way of thinking. When people think this way, it lends itself towards a more socialist type of view, which can be extremely detrimental to our nation, our Constitution, and our society. Today I will discuss how competition can be used for both good and evil, depending on how it is used, how competition is part of the natural order of things, that without competition socialistic views are promoted, and how competition helps us to develop good decision-making skills. Competition happens in every aspect of the natural world every day. In my FDSCI 101 class last semester, we learned that plants, animals, insects, and all living creatures fight for the things they need every day to allow them to live. This process is natural and good. This allows the strongest, most suited species to continue to adapt and make changes to how they live in order to survive, while others do not. Some humans have forgotten about natural selection and that competition creates a stronger species, greater diversity, and sometimes new and wonderful variations within a species. Socialism is defined by thedictionary.com as a way of organizing a society in which major industries are owned and controlled by the government rather than by individual people and companies. It is a stage of society in Marxist theory, transitional between capitalism and communism, and distinguished by unequal distribution of goods and pay according to work done. So giving everyone the same amount regardless of the work they provide promotes socialism. Socialism does not help our economy as it just spreads out what everyone has, so everyone is poor and dependent on the government. Margaret Thatcher said, "The problem with socialism is that you eventually run out of other people's money." Close quote. When we hand participation awards to children, we are telling them the same thing. You get an award just for showing up, not for excelling, just for existing in this space at this particular time. That doesn't teach any type of work ethic to anyone. Without work ethic, children and adults believe they are supposed to be handed everything in life, and when they are not, then they complain if it's too hard and not fair. Socialism is a dangerous way of making people believe that everyone gets an equal share and that competition is bad. Not only is that ridiculous, it goes against the very principles the United States was founded upon. The United States was founded upon strong moral principles, good competition, promotion of better products and services, which in turn helps the people, products, services become even better. Jennifer Veal, founder and executive director of TrueCompetition.org, said, quote, "Healthy competition inspires kids to do their best, not just good enough. When students compete, they will become more inquisitive, research independently, and learn to work with others. They will strive to do more than what is required. These abilities prepare children for future situations of all kinds. Whether applying for college, seeking a promotion, or finding a cure for cancer, the ability to be competitive will give them an important edge." Close quote. Dr. Adrian Furman from Psychology Today states in an article entitled "The Psychology of Competitiveness" that good competition gives us the drive to accomplish a goal, to bring out the very best in ourselves, and to help us better understand ourselves. Bad competitiveness is winning at any and all cost, or winning without worrying about who or what gets hurt in the long run." Close quote. In our world today, there are many sideline parents of children on sports teams who are the very examples of this very bad competition. We need to all remember that competitive sports for children helps to teach them cooperation and camaraderie. This is not a place to vent our anger out at society. Dr. Digby Jones, former UK Government Minister of State for UK Trade and Investment, said, "Competition teaches critical thinking, decision-making, and problem-solving. Without those skills, countries can't compete in global economy." Other proponents of competition in Northern America claim that competition enhances learning, physical fitness, and deters juvenile delinquency. Close quote. Len Kendall, gifted child consultant for British Mensa, said, "Competition is good for children. In a supportive environment, it can teach a child to accept failure without losing self-esteem." Close quote. Moderation in competition is a good thing. Hyper-competitive people may be masking inadequacies, and people that will not compete may be unable to make even healthy decisions. From early ages, we are placed in groups in schools, on sports teams, in life, to learn how to work together for the greater good, and to help promote intergroup cooperation and extra-group competitiveness. In conclusion, we need to remember that good competition is the key to keeping our free society free and maintaining our way of life. Moderate competition is not only a good thing, but it can help us develop the skills necessary to make decisions necessary to survive and thrive in this world. We shouldn't merely compete for the sake of competing. We should compete for something that means something to us and for the right reasons. Thank you. Okay.